Hello and welcome to this New Year's Eve Monkey Nut Punch podcast. And as you can hear, I got more than I bargained for this Christmas. So, it's better than chlamydia, I suppose.
Well, it depends how good the Christmas was.
Yeah. I can think of several really bad rude jokes I can fit in there, but I'm not going to because that'll wind everyone up in trouble.
I was poking.
You were poking.
Which is another reason how you get.
It's a pink eye joke in there too. Right, so just Chuck's in the chat. Hang on a second. One, Happy New Year. Not yet. I don't know how far we are away from New Year's for you, Keith.
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half away from New Year's for you. Okay, cool. 12 hours. Shit, I don't think I'll be up for that. 3 in the morning. If you do it earlier, I might join you. Hell, if you want, I can sit in the background on Streamlabs and help you. Yeah, it's a good job it isn't chlamydia. Oh, you're in Canada. Oh, cool. Happy early. Yeah, Jason. All right. So. We're going to we haven't planned anything. We're just going to go over the stuff from the year and talk about what's gone on and that. So I think probably the first thing we need to do is to maybe remind us what happened at the beginning of the year. The reason I say that is that I was thinking about it and I was like, I can't remember what happened in January. So yeah.
When did Shogun begin? Because that was, I mean, that's going to be one of my top shows of the year. That is.
Yeah.
So I can't remember when Shogun began. But I remember being utterly depressed about the state of Doctor Who. It hasn't changed. In fact, it's now even worse. So,
you watched it. Why did you do that to yourself, Keith? Why did you do that? You knew it was going to be shit. You knew that Cootie Gatwell was just going to cry. Yeah, he's a shit actor.
Actually, this was the one and only time that Newty Gatwa's crying was kind of earned, even though it was a shit episode. I mean, so it was having a go at corporations. It was having a go at Boris. And Moffat came out and said he wanted to have a go at Tories. So I know you've been defending him, but he is now part of the same gang.
Do you know what the thing is? If that had happened during the lockdowns, I would have been for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you would have been for it too. But the problem is, we've had so much fucking political messaging in our stories. We don't want any of it. Either side, for or against us. We just want a fucking story.
I think it was actually utterly wrong and entirely selfish to remind people of what some people went through at Christmas when we were in lockdown and couldn't see their family members in hospital. And they reminded us of that just so that they could then have a pop at Tories partying. And it was utter bullshit. It was the worst Christmas special, and that's saying something because they showed the what was it, the Lion, the Witch, and whatever it was, the Doctor, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or whatever. That was a terrible Christmas special as well.
But that was fucking Shakespeare in comparison to the shit we've had.
But it was considerably better than this one. I am done. It was the BBC should never have allowed it. I mean, I know they're not that impartial in their dramas, but
Impartial monarchs.
they shouldn't be allowed to have that kind of thing. And for Moffat to come out and go, I wanted to have a go at Tories, fuck off. These people using their platforms for having a go. But I mean, there is some light at the end of a tunnel. As much as I didn't like the show, I'm not talking about Doctor Who here. This is something that happened towards the end of the year, which is interesting because you probably may or may not be aware of this. Lower Decks came to an end.
Yeah, I know about this. Can we just?
Yeah.
I want to just stick to Doctor Who for a moment, because what I want to do is I want to talk about the better Christmas specials that we've had.
My favourite is I know what you're going to talk about, and I watched it again the other day, and I still love it. It's the one with Michael Gambon.
The Christmas Carol one, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
It is a brilliant one. It's got plenty of timey-wimey shite in it too. My favourite one, and if they would have killed off Clara at the end of it, it would have been the best one. And I don't mean like in a horrible way. If they would have written her out there and then, I would have probably bawled my eyes out and gone, yeah, that's a really good one. Had a real fucking emotional punch right at the end. It was Last Christmas. Because that was great.
One, is that the one with, which one's the Last
Nick
Christmas?
Frost.
Yes, I watched that this Christmas, funny enough. You like it because of the face huggers and the alien references.
Face huggers, the aliens reference, the reference to the Thing, reference to Inception. Brilliant.
You know what?
All the things I love in a Christmas episode.
I watched that episode and I felt both. I really enjoyed it. It's not my favourite. I still prefer the Thing, but it is probably one of my favourites. But it was where Capaldi really shined as the Doctor. In that episode, and the way he runs around and he's slightly wacky, and he really got to the performance of the Doctor there. But again, he was robbed because the writing was so bad. Now, you say that Moffat blamed the BBC. After this Christmas special, I'm more blaming Moffat, I'm afraid. I think it was a combination. If he hadn't been whacked with the wokey pokey stick at that point, he has.
I'm going to be honest with you. I heard him. I said I heard him in person tell us, and this you can quote me on this, that I have bosses too, and they make me do things that not necessarily I want to do. Yeah,
he didn't have to come back and write for this Christmas special. He wanted to. He was interviewed.
No, did you? Right, hang on a second. Did you hear about the Christmas special? Because Russell T Davies was supposed to write a Christmas special, but fucking Stephen Moffat had to step up. That's twice he's had to do that. So, anyway, it doesn't matter. Doctor Who is in the past until it gets fucking regenerated by someone who fucking gives a shit. That pardon the blatantly obvious there, but looking back, there are some great Christmas specials. The Titanic one. Where does the Titanic one sit on your fucking list?
Well, it has that great speech. You know, I am 907 years old, blah, blah, blah. And Carly Minogue was pretty good in it. It's more poignant now because it has Bernard Cribbins in it, who they then brought back. It's Tennant's best Christmas special, I think. It's better than... Yes, okay, he's like... You know, his first episode was a Christmas special. But his second one, the Carly Minogue one, was better.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Jason's on form at the moment. So Jason's brought up some stuff here. Echo.
Oh, that was in... Yeah. I
that was early.
One episode of that.
I'm not quite sure.
Not you, Echo! The other Echo, the shit one. Thank you.
Carrying
on like I was for a moment there.
But, yeah. I got through one episode of that. It's the only Marvel... Well, no. Now I have not... I'm pleased to say and proud to say I haven't seen a single fucking episode of that stupid Agatha. I hadn't seen... I saw one episode of Echo. and then just switched off because it was rubbish.
It was. I saw the fight scene between her and Daredevil, and I don't want to sound rude or anything. She's not very good.
No.
A stunt person, or if it was Charlie Cox, was doing a much better fucking job in that, and she looked really fucking accommodating. But at the same time too, I cannot blame the actress for picking up that fucking paycheck. I have no qualms. If she turned around and says, "I did it for the money," I would say, "Well done. It was worth it." Yeah. No, not for us, but for her, yeah.
I think there are people like that in Hollywood, but they're afraid to say it. I mean, you look at the guy Zachary Levi.
Yeah.
He's been cancelled because he voted for Trump and told everybody. So he's now being blacklisted in Hollywood. And I'm not getting into politics. I'm just saying that I wouldn't be surprised if there are people like that. Look, there's nothing wrong with being a Marvel fan. I am a Marvel fan. I'm just not a fan of current Marvel.
Yeah.
Although, just because this is going to be one of those episodes, I did see a trailer to the Spider-Man cartoon, the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon that's coming from the same people that made X-Men '97.
Okay.
And it, not sure about the animation because it's kind of comic book. Like, it looks like a comic book.
Yeah.
So it's 2D-esque comic book moving.
Yeah.
But I liked the voice of Peter Parker, and the trailer kind of worked for me.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't 100% because I only saw it in preview. I've got to go and watch it again. I think they've race swapped on Norman Osborn though.
Norman Osborn. Why did you do that? The only race swap I've seen in Marvel that kind of went with is when they swapped out like a Kingpin and Duncan Michael Clark because physically he was the size of the Kingpin. He looked, apart from him being black, he looked the same physicality as the Kingpin, and it was like, yeah, fair enough, you can get away with that.
Until Nick Fury, and until that character was.
But he wasn't race swapped. He was swapped to Samuel L. Jackson. They didn't race swap him. They went, we want Samuel L. Jackson to be Nick Fury. It had nothing to do with that. Same way with what was it? Quake was supposed to be Angelina Jolie. Was that character? And same way Constantine's supposed to be Sting. I'm gonna have to fucking mute my microphone. I'm not careful. Hold on a second. Just you. The Hoff. That would be great if they could do alternate universe Nick Fury as the Hoff.
Well, didn't he? Wasn't he? I thought he wasn't. Yeah, that would work. That would work. That would work. That would.
It's things like they missed some real good opportunities. Like, kind of, they should have integrated the Punisher in there. They could have put, if they were clever, they would have put Punisher in the Black Widow film. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because those two have teamed up. Yeah, and it's always been because they should be quite violent, the two of them. I think is the best way of describing it. So yeah. Oh my god. You missed our chat about that.
I've just I'm basically going to stick this on this screen here so that I can look at this. Right. So there was one thing that we did miss in January. Jason, you may or may not. Ted the series. I really enjoyed that.
Did you?
I really enjoyed Ted series. Ted series was quite funny. But then I'm kind of a Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane fan, and Ted. You know, I mean, Ted 1 was an amazingly funny movie, and I got to see that on an early preview. Ted 2 wasn't as good, but it was still funny, and there are some really funny moments in it. And the Ted TV series was really good. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. 99 with the Hoff. I thought the Hoff had played him.
Yes, he had played him. I watched it. There's some great things with the life model decoys. Lots of like kind of things with that. So there was Reacher 2. Reacher season 2.
Was that in January?
That was January, yeah.
That was good. That was good.
That's not as good as the first one. Not as good as the first one.
But there were some great fight scenes in it. And and it was watchable, and it was one of those things that got me watching every week. And I'd probably put that's in my top 10 series of this year, easily. Easily. I'm just trying. I'm looking at.
There was also Monarch 2, the Godzilla thing on Apple.
I watched it. It had its moments. It was entertaining. I wouldn't say it was the greatest thing in the world ever, but it was all right.
They did include fucking Godzilla in it, which was a good thing.
It did. It had Godzilla and more. It
had to have
Godzilla
fucking
more
Godzilla
than
in
once. It had Godzilla more
Yeah.
than once.
No, it's like a Penguin not having Batman in it.
Yeah.
You wanted Batman in Penguin, didn't you? You wanted to have Penguin beat them all and then go, yes, I'm fucking king of Gotham, and then Batman to turn and beat the shit out of him and throw him in jail. Because that would have been fucking ironic and we would have loved that. It didn't even have to be Patterson. It could have just been a shadow looking like Batman. We would have accepted that. But, sorry, you have to excuse the coughing. So Reacher. So we've got another Reacher coming up, which should be cool. There's also Slow Horses. We had the previous season of Slow Horses, where they had the fight out in the library right towards the end.
What's that?
And they killed
Did that
Duff.
end in 2024?
I think that ended in 2024.
Okay.
Because the other one was out earlier than we were expecting.
Fair enough. Yeah, it was out quite early, wasn't it? But they'd already filmed it. They'd already filmed it. But yeah, so Slow Horses came to an end.
Yeah, it came to the end because the other one was early. Because I was expecting it to be out in December. Sorry, Jason, I have to go and Google now. I think I know you.
What's he saying? Sorry, I've missed.
Oh yeah. I know he's talking about now. I know, yeah.
Yeah, but she was also in Shogun, and she was fucking awesome in Shogun. She was kind of she was a bit girl boss, but it was an earned girl boss. In my opinion. But I think Shogun was either February or March. I can't remember when it came out. But I really enjoyed Shogun. That I think that's got to be near. I'm not sure it's my number one because I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting. But it was damn well. I loved it. It was genuinely.
So I couldn't get into it. It just I didn't have the patience for it. I don't think if I asked me to watch it now, I definitely wouldn't have the patience for it because I'm not very well.
No, I can understand it, but I really enjoyed it. But yeah, she was in Monarch, and she was a Let's Be Friend.
No, she's not. She was the woman in the past. She wasn't the one in the future. She wasn't the daughter.
Oh.
She was, because I always thought it sounds awful. I thought that the mum was better looking than the daughter, sort of thing. She wasn't
that was the grandmother, and it was the grandmother.
All right, the grandmother. I don't want to go. I'm not saying the word gilf on stream.
Well, she was, wasn't she? Yeah, no, she was. I look. I mean, Monarch was all right. Monarch was all right. I mean, it was better than the Godzilla film.
Not Godzilla -1.
No,
you can
I
get
mean,
fucked if you
so
say
you
that.
see, technically, right, Godzilla -1 was my top film of 2023, although I didn't see it until 2024.
Yeah, true.
So the thing is, I also want to put it at the number one film for this year because there isn't anything better than that.
It's annoying because Nosferatu's not out until New Year's here, so.
Yeah.
Jason, please. Jason needs to hang on a second. I need to wait for the comment to pop up so I can highlight it. Jason's not behaving himself in the comments. Oh, don't tell me no. Along with Wilma Deering.
So
that's when I knew I was a man.
Yeah, as you can see, we haven't done. I'll tell you what came out in March, and actually that is my number one film of the year. June Part 2. Tell me a better film. Unless we're putting -1 on there, in which case I would agree with you.
I don't know, because I'm not... I don't know.
My one problem with Dune Part 2... Go on.
The edit, right, so I think that a good editor would have shorn about 20 to 30 minutes off of both films and made it better. And he would have made the pacing better, because especially when it comes towards the end, the pacing was too fucking slow for me. And it kind of took me out of it because it was way too slow. And I know they wanted to cover all the books of the book and they were respecting the source material, and I can't argue with that. But from viewers' perspective, it just felt that it slowed the fuck down too much.
If we were 10 years ago, it would be down my list. But
yeah, definitely.
The thing is, they do not make films like that anymore. I haven't seen The Count of Monte Cristo. So I've got to see that, actually. But the thing was, Dune 2 was a true cinematic what Hollywood used to do well. Probably best.
No argument with you on that one.
And that's why it's on my list of great movies. Was Mission Impossible this year? Because that was quite good. It wasn't like...
Yeah, it was. I think Mission Impossible was.
Because that was quite good. I did enjoy that.
Also, the Luther film on Netflix was this year.
That was quite good.
That was quite good.
That was quite good. Because what's his face? Andy Serkis played a fucking evil bastard. That guy, he was bloody good at it. He was good at it. I'm just trying. I'm going through the list. I'm going through because there's a lot of things I haven't seen. I mean, we did not that I've seen it. And I can't say the full title. But the American Society of Magical.
No, fuck me.
Yes, I know.
Fuck me. No, I don't want to sound rude. That's a fucking racist film.
Yes, and it bombed.
And I'm glad it bombed. Race baiting, horrible shite that should never have ever been greenlit. We don't need to be fucking stoking animosity and anger between fucking groups. It doesn't work.
No. Here's another one in March. Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. Look, again, a lot of people kind of had a go at this film. I didn't mind it. I thought it was all right. I thought it was a Ghostbusters film. I think it paid homage to what had come before. And I think it was respectful of that. Okay, we had the lesbian relationship, but the girl was kind of set up as a lesbian in the previous one. And it kind of didn't feel... It didn't feel interjected for the sake of being interjected. It probably was, but it didn't feel that way.
Can you remind me what we're talking about? My brain just fucking dipped out for a second.
The girl, so Egon's granddaughter.
Oh, okay. All right. No, she wasn't fucking set up as a lesbian in the first one, you sicko.
She kind of
No,
was.
she wasn't. She was set up socially awkward. Socially awkward and lesbians are not fucking exclusive.
But she was kind of so set up as a bit of a tomboy, and it kind of felt. I it kind of when she sort of fancied another girl, it did not surprise me. Maybe I didn't. I'm not talking about it in a kind of deviant way.
Netflix. It screamed Netflix TV series / movie. That's what, You seriously, if you wanted to sum it up, the easiest way of summing it up was if Netflix made a Ghostbusters movie. It was good, but was it really good? No. Was it fantastic? No. Was it watchable? Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it'll keep you entertained for a couple of hours.
It was okay. Godzilla. X-Con. I watched it. It was all right. You know, it's a monster beat monster thing. You know, I did find it quite amusing when you got that little monkey that looks all cute until he, attacks Kong, and then Kong just grabs him and uses him as a freaking beats the shit out of everybody else with the little monkey. That amused me, but it wasn't a particularly great film. But if you're into that shit, it works.
I unashamedly say that I'm into that, and it's bad. It's a bad fucking movie, but I enjoyed it because
Yeah, I did.
I like I like the original Godzilla movies. I like some really shit movies, and I'm not scared to say I like some really shit movies because I find them entertaining. And seeing Big Monkey punch Big Lizard, it's always gets a win in my book.
You got me
I
more into Godzilla movies, so thanks to you, I kind of appreciated it when I went to Japan and I saw the Godzilla Hotel.
I have to refrain from pretending to be Godzilla when I go to Legoland and they have all the kind of the Lego things and so they pretend to be Godzilla and smash the fuck out of it. I have the urge to jump over the little fence, the little tiny fence that they've got, and pretend to be Godzilla going and hopefully.
Somebody told me to watch Shinzu Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla, yeah.
Shin
Probably
Godzilla.
me.
And said it was better than -1. You're
No,
wrong.
no, it's not better than -1.
But it was
It's,
it was really cheesy because at some points it is blatantly man in suit. But I kind of loved it. But it is not even a freaking zit on -1.
I'll be honest with you. It's very political. It's very Godzilla is not no. That's a different kind of politics. That's the government's not going to help us. We have to sort our shit out ourselves. Politics. This is Godzilla's destroying Tokyo. Let's have a meeting and then argue amongst ourselves. Politics, which is completely different. And I get why they put it in there. It makes sense, and I know that the filmmakers must get annoyed at fucking Japanese bureaucracy to a point that they are putting that in their things. It's still I still enjoyed it. It was some mad shit in there, especially when it started going at the end. It all did all the glowy shit, but it was pretty much a shot for shot remake of a manga called Evangelion or something along those lines. I can't remember. I can picture the word, but I can't remember how to pronounce it. But yeah, I used to love it. My two favorite Godzillas. The original Godzilla is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, which I fucking loved, and Godzilla King of Monsters. I think it's King of Monsters, where they all fight King Ghidorah. Just loved that shit as a kid, and I watch it now and I'm like, this is goofy as fuck, but I'm enjoying it. But then again, I'm ill at the moment, so I might be enjoying things a bit more than I should. But yeah, these are good. Did you see? Right, so hang on a second. So hang on, Jason. I might have to invite Jason onto the podcast. It might be easier to have him here talking to us than write all the comments down. Did you guys see the redo of Salem's Lot? I saw the original on VHS from TV when I was a kid. So when I was a fetus, didn't sleep for weeks. The window tap shutter. I can't remember Salem's Lot. The one that sticks out for me was Stephen King. Because I'm sure Salem's Lot Stephen King was Langoliers because it was just mad shit. But yeah, it's yeah. So I need to blow my nose again. I'm gonna have to put my mute.
I'm just trying to get, because I don't think the list that I've got is showing everything in order. So I am going to try and find. This is really sad.
I am a walking snot factory. I really am. Where was I?
I mean, it's the time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I got after Christmas. I managed to get through Boxing Day fine, and then after that I was. So
I was on the side of a mountain in a tent.
Yeah. So House of the Dragon was one that came up.
Yeah, but I don't think that was out in March. I'm just.
No, I think that's
because House of the Dragon was. Oh fuck me! There's so many on this list. Apparently it was about 600 and something freaking TV series last year. Not that I watched any of them.
You know what we could watch? We could watch the Superman trailer.
I've watched that. Yes, we could do that in a minute.
We could watch the Superman trailer. I could pull that up. Well, you get you.
We should carry on with this, and then we'll do that at the end. Yeah,
I was thinking about maybe a little break might be in order for someone who's struggling a little here.
Was there anything in April? No. There was a couple of movies which I didn't watch. Civil War came out. Did you watch Civil War? I have not brought myself to watch that yet.
Civil War?
Yeah, it was that wokey spokey film. I'll tell you what did come out in April, which I did see and really, really enjoyed. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Gentlemanly Conduct, yes. Oh, Ungentlemanly Warfare, sorry.
That was genuinely quite a good film. And I did like that. Because it had the guy who plays Reacher, Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill playing the Bond character that proves he should be playing Bond. So, that was I think almost an audition for Bond, really. But Civil War was okay. Are you telling me, Biffa, I should watch it?
He said it was okay, which means if you've got a spare afternoon and you've got nothing to watch, then yeah, watch it.
Okay. Go on then. Let's do the Superman trailer as a point.
Let's have a look at the Superman trailer, because this is something we would have covered, but we were both, and then we can talk about it because there's been some. Let's go bump. Let's go bump here to that, and then right. Alright, so first things first, yeah. My problem whenever watching a Superman film or TV series is stakes. Because Superman can't get hurt or damaged or anything like that. But that's the first thing that was answered in this trailer, so which is a good thing. There's a thumb up for that one there, yeah? Then you got Clark Kent as a nerd. That also works.
Yeah. The look of the planet works for me.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Lois.
If she plays it like I didn't right. I loved and loathed Mrs. Maisel. You probably never watched it. I did watch it. She was great, Mrs. Maisel, but the character was a rubbish mother, and that bothered me. But if she plays it like that, she'll be a good Lois Lane. Trust me.
Okay, I'm not sure because I haven't seen much of her.
The casting kind of makes sense.
Now I know your response to this already. I knew your response to this when I watched it the first fucking time.
Crypto. Home. Take me home.
I like this bit. Superman should be seen saving people, not destroying entire cities. I like Henry Cavill, but didn't save many people when he was destroying those cities. I like What's His Rush as Lex Luthor. Yeah. See, he doesn't look very threatening there. Ironically, in the previous frame, when I didn't pause it very well and got a blurred, he did look threatening, but this one doesn't look as threatening. don't know what the fuck's going on there. Like that bit.
It's the comic book look. I don't know what anybody's bitching. Even the author's coming across. It is the comic book look.
I will explain at the end, and you'll go, because this is where it goes into okay to okay. So you got Hawk Girl there, Kaiju there. So, my worry is that there will not be enough focus on Superman himself.
But you're not a Superman fan.
I know I'm not a Superman fan, but I know what I like. I'm not a massive Star Trek fan, but I know shitload. Yeah.
I mean, I agree with Chuck. I love the bloody score to this trailer. I was there for the score. You know my reaction to Crypto, so I'm not even going to bother. Loved it. My wife loved it too. Look, I mean, what's his face is a big dog lover. I knew he was going to do Crypto. It's how he does Crypto. If it's which incarnation of Crypto he goes for. If it's the one that was where Crypto was used as a kind of test dummy, like the dog in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and that the dog in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 just every time cracks me up. Look, it's the minute I knew who was making this, right? I knew it was going to be a bit off the wall. A lot of people have criticised the suit. I don't mind it. You had to do something different to the Cavill suit. I was never a big fan of Henry Cavill's suit. I was never really a big... I liked Henry Cavill. I liked Henry Cavill as Superman. I did not like anything else around it.
He got Superman, but the fucking filmmakers didn't.
I like the fact that they've used the original score, be it reworked. I like the fact that they seem to have gone back to the look of the Reeves sort of ice fortress, which I thought was interesting. Yes, there seems to be a lot of characters in here, but they are trying to set up a DC universe as well.
Just tell me a Superman story. Throw an extra.
But he's also got to do a DC universe, and he did do. Look, as a whole, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are great. Yes, they kind of go down in quality as they go. Although, actually, I'm warming to 3 as being my second favourite.
What's his mush as what's his mush as the fucking High Evolutionary? When they had that shit with Jonathan Majors, I don't know why they didn't replace him as him, because the guy could fucking do it. He could do some mad stuff. He's
quite good in the Jackal.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I'm actually looking forward to the Jackal. See, have you finished watching the Jackal?
Yes, I finished watching Jackal. Oh my god, when he killed Lasagna Lynch.
I knew you were gonna. I was smiling.
I was like, kind of. Oh no, she's still alive. He's shot her, but she's still
dead.
Alive.
No,
and she's like,
dead.
Nope. I'm like, oh,
she's
thank
dead.
fuck for that.
She's
dead.
Terrible. She's dead.
Night's objections to her wasn't the fact that I thought she was a shit actress, especially when you put her against Matey, who played the High Evolutionary, and with the guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She was just... I didn't believe that she was a gun person for a start. I don't believe she's into anything as a person.
What was
Nigel's objection? Was she's a bit too career orientated, and she wouldn't have done these things. It's like, fucking hell, Nigel, you and I have met different people in life. I've met people who... I found her... I mean, you know, when she chose this over her child and everything else, I was just irritated by the character. And the thing was, I think the writers wanted you to feel
like shock, sadness, and surprise when she died. I felt shocked that they did it, and elation that she was gone because she was irritating the fuck out of me.
I was more sad when they killed the other guy off, because it was like, oh, he's definitely dead. You knew he was definitely dead.
He was dead, but we'll talk about that because that comes towards the end. Going back to the Superman trailer, look, James Gunn, he makes off the wall things, but what he's done in the DC universe so far has been pretty good. His Suicide Squad movie was quite a good movie, right? His What's His Face TV series was incredibly entertaining.
Yeah.
So I'm going to trust him with this until I watch it. I'm going to be a fan of Crypto. If nothing else, I'm going to be a fan of Crypto because I am.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm a bit cynical, because it's a bit...
Yeah, I get it. I think Crypto is brave. Don't get me wrong. Crypto is brave. I'll give him that.
Yeah. The funny thing was, if they were making this in the 80s, Crypto would definitely be in there because it would have been toys, marketing, aimed at children sort of thing.
James Gunn is a quirky filmmaker, right? I mean, who else gets away with taking the theme tune from your movie, turning it into a freaking discotheque video and putting the Hoff in it? And it works! I still love it. I still watch it now and again. It pops up in my thing and I say, the theme tune is catchy, right? And I love the Hoff's cameo in it.
Yeah.
Look, the trailer worked for me. I think the actress, that as much as I did not like the character that she played, especially towards the end of the TV series, the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel was quite good. It went on one season too long. They should have ended it beforehand, but it was quite a good series. She can definitely play Lois Lane. She will be a good Lois.
Okay, well, we'll see. Because Lois Lane, she was always, I think, Lois Lane was always she's a much more feisty character. She's a military brat kid. So she doesn't take too much shit from anyone. Yeah. And she's always getting she's always one that I always think of her as a character who always gets herself into trouble while standing next to Clark. And it's only the fact that Superman was there that she hadn't got herself fucking killed. Yeah. And they kind of bollocks that up with the Henry Cavill version.
Yes. But I think she'll play that character in this.
Yeah. That's
what I'm saying.
So,
I think
just a quick one where we've got the people who beat Superman up. My money is that it is a mixture of Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. I think the two of them have a pop at him. That's what I think happens there, along with Lex Luthor. So three of them, 3-on-1, and then that's where he gets his ass kind of handed back to him. It's ironic because Jason Momoa is playing the character that Jason Momoa is probably best cast for. Lobo, he is that kind of thing there. So yeah, I like this sort.
But I do like his Aquaman. I didn't like Aquaman 2 that much, but I do like his Aquaman.
Guy Gardner's supposed to have a shit haircut, so
yes, I mean
he is supposed to have a shit haircut.
I mean, there's people, including the artists, that have come out and had a go at the look. It's like, that's how you drew him in the fucking comic book. That's the hairstyle he has. It is actually comic book accurate. So what's everybody having a go at? I mean, this is the thing, right? I actually thought it was a pretty good trailer. I am willing to give James Gunn the benefit of the doubt until the film comes out. There's people slating the suit. I don't think the suit's that bad, and we haven't seen enough of it. I've enjoyed his DC stuff.
I know you have, but I need to wait because it's a different thing that he's doing there, and I'm worried that he's going to try and redo the stuff that he's done before, and it needs to be more Superman focused rather than an ensemble cast. The fuck is that?
absolutely right. Your concerns are legit. It's a lot of the other concerns I've heard from people are just not. The one thing I will go with is, yeah, there are a lot of characters in here. Maybe the trailer should have been slightly more Superman focused, but I'm going to wait before I pass judgment. I'm going to watch this, and I'm going to go and see it at the damn cinema.
Next Sunday, we're watching Hunt for the Red October. That's our next John McTiernan film that we're doing. Mm-hmm. Eric Baldwin with a gun.
Jason, just you're getting this joke or not?
It's
the fact that he put shoot in stars, dude.
Oh yeah.
All the ladies love the submarine movie. We're trying to behave.
Jason's got the comment of the podcast so far. Biffa's done some good ones, but Biffa, step up your game, man. Okay, so that one there, we're gonna have that one there. The Alec Baldwin being a lady killer is not it's not an appropriate one, I think.
Eric Baldwin.
Eric Baldwin. And Chuck's gonna go and Niagara Falls.
I'm right. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on this because I'm not sure I agree with you on that one. You might be right. I hope you're not. The trouble is, though, it is your turn to be right, Biff, because we had this reverse when if you remember when we were talking about the Rings of Power, you were quite excited about it. I was going, it's going to be shit. It's going to be shit. It's your turn to be right. So I hope you're not right, but it is your turn.
My thing is I think we're going to find with the Superman film, it's going to go as follows. Yeah, people are going to watch it and then go, I like the film, but it wasn't a Superman film. Yeah, that's what my gut's telling me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Self-sunset posting a punchline, deep sea diver.
So, I've got going back to our review of the year. There was one movie in May that I actually really enjoyed, Fall Guy.
Yeah, Fall Guy. I enjoyed watching Fall Guy. Do you want to hear something funny? I watched a Christmas movie which doesn't get enough love, and I think it does. No, that gets enough. That gets love. This one doesn't. It's in the same vein as Die Hard. It's A Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yes.
I bought that on Apple TV to watch because I wasn't feeling very well and I needed to watch something, and fucking love that film. And was it Gina Davis? It was before we had all this girl boss nonsense, yeah? And the way she shoots the guy when she's touched the water wall by pulling a gun out of Brian Cox's underwear. It's fucking amazing. It's the bit where Brian Cox has got what do you call it? Samuel L. Jackson pinned up against the wall. Goes, how did you find this? Goes, it was in your notebook. He goes it goes above the picture of what looks like a man's penis. Where Samuel L. Jackson goes, it's a duck, not a dick. Which makes me just giggle to myself.
I'll have to watch that again.
That's a great kind of it's a mums and daughters film. It's a Mother's Day film. Perfect Mother's Day film. Long Kiss Goodnight.
Another one for you that you've probably forgotten about in May, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
I did not watch this one. I know Biffa watched this one and he wanted us to watch it, and I never got around to watching it.
I have Biffa. I watched it. I enjoyed it. It is not as good as the other three, but it is the beginning of something that is potentially interesting. I want to see more, so I hope they make the 2 further movies, because this was the first of a planned trilogy, which has been written.
Okay.
There were moments in it that I enjoyed. Look, it was watchable. It was entertaining. Yeah. And I like how the bad guy, met his comeuppance at the end. That was pretty satisfying. So it was a reasonably good movie. It was interesting, and it is going somewhere. So I'd like to see where it goes. So yeah, I did enjoy that. I'm just going down through the list to see if there's anything else that we might want to talk
Don't
about.
watch Conclave. I warned you guys.
Did you watch Furiosa? Because I haven't.
No.
Right.
Why would I? Why would I want to watch that?
Well, not much else in May according to this list. I know I'm missing things. So we're into June. June the 7th. There was a movie on June the 7th that I really enjoyed this year. Bad Boys. Ride or Die.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah,
Sad bastard watched it in cinema on his own.
I love that. I like all the Bad Boys movies, right? I know they're not like, like super serious movies. I know that they're probably actually terrible in many ways, but I love them.
No, they're not. They're not. I'm not joking. The opener to the original Bad Boys film is one of the best intros to a set of characters you'll fucking ever see. It's that fucking good, yeah? I will not have anyone do that because they managed to introduce those two characters and you knew who they were in 6 minutes. And probably only 3 of that on screen time because it was short and compact and told you everything you needed to know.
The thing I liked about this was that Reggie finally got his fucking revenge.
Oh,
and it was genuinely fucking brilliant.
It's the bit at the end with the barbecue. Where it's like, you did kill 16 people in your house like that when maybe you should let him use the barbecue.
And it's the smile on Reggie's face. I loved it. There's still this nervous, respect. And then it goes from this nervous respect, young man, to just fucking obliterating in the most kick-ass. Brilliant. I really enjoyed it. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. It did what it's meant to. It entertained me. It made me laugh, and I enjoyed it.
Happy New Year. Well, early Happy New Year.
I didn't watch Inside Out 2, but it's one of the highest grossing movies of this year.
I watched it. It was okay. It felt like they were going to put a lesbian subplot in it, and they didn't. And I was really grateful they didn't.
Anything else in June? No.
Let's give Happy New Year, Laurie.
I haven't seen Despicable Me 4 yet. Because I should really see that because I like Minions. That was out in July.
I think I was sent a video of the dwarf Brazilian football team singing the national anthem, and they put the Minions doing the Universal thing over it, which made me really laugh quite a bit.
There is it's on Apple TV now, Fly Me to the Moon, which was quite a clever film. And what's he saying?
Oh yeah. At the end of Long Kiss Goodnight, the Senate asks, "Is there anything you can do?" She went, "Yeah, there is one thing you can do," and he gets Samuel L. Jackson on. I can't remember his name. Is it not David Letterman? Larry something.
Yeah.
Larry, whatever he is. He was on that show and he was talking, and then he opens with that line. Because I'm always Frank and Ernest. Frank in Boston, and I'm Ernest in Chicago, or vice versa. That's fucking awesome.
Going back, so it's on Apple TV. It's got what's her face?
Thank you.
Black Widow. What's her face? Who played Black Widow, Gareth? My brain's
Scarlett Johansson.
Right, so it's got Scarlett Johansson and Woody Harrelson in it. And Woody Harrelson plays this sinister kind of spy. And Scarlett Johansson is a con woman. And she is hired by NASA because they think that the live footage of the moon landing won't be very good. And if things go wrong... So basically, she's hired to fake the moon landing, even though the moon landing's happening in real life. Because they think the footage is going to be lame or it's not going to work. And I think that's a really great concept. And it was quite a good movie. It's on Apple TV. Worth a watch.
Okay. It's... my brothers love a good conspiracy theory. And one of them is the moon landing one. And I went... If the US would have faked the moon landing the Russians would have fucking gone to town on them and shown the entire world that they faked the moon landing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Russians didn't do that, and if you know, they're gonna be actively pushing against it. They won't sit there and just take it on face value.
Yeah, no, I mean, but it's a great twist on the conspiracy theory, because the moon landing is going on, and I won't ruin the ending for you, but it's a great film. What I tell you what else came out, because there was one big one in July, but this is worth mentioning because Chuck went to see it. I have since seen it. It was okay. Twisters.
I saw Twisters. I enjoyed Twisters.
Yeah. It's not a patch on the first one, but it was good.
Oh yeah, no, but it was how can I put it? It was what a summer blockbuster should be.
Yes.
Yeah, the lead male was unapologetically a lead male, and the lead woman was unapologetically a lead bloody woman. And it had adventure and stakes, and they came together when shit needed to get done. It was good.
And the other one,
yeah,
the other big one in July / August, because I thought it was August here, but it was maybe July. Deadpool Wolverine. Quite the opening to that still gets me. It was the third best Deadpool movie, I think.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
In comparison to everything else that we've had, it was good. I enjoyed it. What was it? It was Matthew McFadden as Mr. Paradox. Was really good. I liked him as Mr. Paradox because he was like this officious little bureaucratic man causing havoc, and you could believe that he was that person. And What's Amisha's Cassandra Nova was quite good too.
And so just going through, because this list is a bit shit, but it's a good reminder of what's going. Alien Romulus, you saw that?
Yes, I saw Alien Romulus. I liked Alien Romulus. Was it a good film? No. I like crap films. I'm going to be honest with you. Was it a good film? No. It had some. It was annoying because now I look back at it, it was really good until deep fake CGI Ian Holm turned up, and then that's when it went crap. There were some bits in it I really enjoyed. I think there was a subplot with an alien android that was guiding them that was removed from it, because there's a bit where he does the get away from a you bitch thing, and it's like this one particular alien had done something personal to them, yeah? And when you look at one of the frames, you can see it's got a scar and electricity, like an android kind of electricity, is like shooting out of it. So we got that. There was some Dead Space references and bits. It's annoying because I think it could have been made better. For people who are really into the alien lore stuff like myself, there are so many fucking callbacks. So, for example, the lab with the black goo in it, everyone thinks that's a callback to Prometheus. That's not. That's a callback to the Abandoned Alien 3 script. Yeah, that's a callback to the Abandoned Alien 3 script, where if they couldn't get Sigourney Weaver to be in it, they were going to have Lance Hendrickson and Michael Biehn as the leads. And what they were going to find that the alien doesn't put an embryo in you, it puts black goo in you. And the black goo in you mutates you. And what they had is they had it so some of the black goo was being kept inside one of the containers, and it breaks out and gets to someone. And instead of chest burster coming out, they morph it. They literally burst into an alien xenomorph in it. But that was the abandoned script. You can get the audio drama. I think you can get the audio drama on Audible. You can get the comic book on. It was Comixology. It must be Kindle Fire now. On Kindle Fire. And there's lots of videos on YouTube about it. So that was the reference to that there, where they're literally taking it out of the facehugger. The thing where they had it so it mutated into the engineer at the end, I thought was freaky, and it did make me go, "Oh, that's interesting," but wasn't quite what I thought. But I enjoyed it. I watched it. I enjoyed it. But I do like. I'm not scared to say I do like crap things.
Did you watch Transformers 1?
No.
No, neither did I.
No, I didn't. I was thinking about watching it, and then I went, no.
I'm just
No
saying
Peter Weller. No, it wasn't Frank Welker, sorry. And Peter Cullen. So, yeah. And it was, they kind of rearranged the story to bits that I didn't like.
it's
Because
on
the original
Mac.
Transformers... Sorry, hang on a second. The original Transformers story is that Megatron... Yeah, Megatron was one of the first Transformers made. And he was supposed to be one of the more combat units that were run by these evil fucking Quintesson things. And the reason that Optimus Prime has so much difficulty killing Megatron was that Megatron freed all the Transformers from the Quintessons. So he liberated an entire planet. And that's why he had always had trouble killing him, because it's like, here's a guy who actually gave us proper freedom and then turned into a tyrannical dictator. So, anyway.
It's on Max. I might watch it. The other thing that's just appeared on Max, which I'm not going to watch, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce the title, so I'm just going to call it Joker 2.
Oh, jolly adieu.
Yes. Did you watch
Shit,
that?
basically. No. I'll be honest with you, I watched the first Joker. I didn't like it as a comic book film. And I didn't like the first 2/3 of the film because it was fucking depressing. It was only when he started fighting back, the last third of that film, I actually kind of enjoyed it. Because it was like, this is a guy who's been shat on tremendously. And I mean tremendously. And it was like, kind of, dude, it felt really, you know, he had the awkward laugh. And it reminded me of someone who I worked with at the same time too. And they did miss an opportunity when they killed... Robert De Niro's character in it, because if you watch The Dark Knight Returns, there's a great bit with Joker's sitting down with a guy called Dave Endocrine and someone Wolper who's like his therapist, yeah, and he says to Dave Endocrine, he goes, do the guests get to keep these mugs? He goes, yeah, you can do whatever you want with it. He goes, oh, thanks. Smashes the mug and then slits the throat of his therapist. And there was a mug on the thingy, and I was watching Joker expecting him to smash the mug and murder him with the mug and not the gun. Because that would have been a good joke. And then he would have pulled the gun out. Would have been more interesting. But hey, it was designed to piss people off, and I think Todd Phillips did it, and we just took the money and ran.
One film that came out in October, which I really enjoyed, Venom. Yeah, I know that people are not fans of the Venom, and people have been, you know, after Craven coming out, people have been having a right go at the Sony Spider-Verse, but I actually like the Venom movies.
Venom's the only bit in the Sony Spider-Man universe that worked. Okay, maybe it didn't work the way they wanted it, maybe it didn't work the way we wanted it to work too, but I enjoyed the Venom films. I did. I think I preferred the first, the third, and then the second, because I think they fucked up Carnage. I think that's my thing. Carnage should have got away and just disappeared into the fucking ether.
Gladiator 2 was a release this year that didn't go down too well. I haven't watched it.
No, but when you saw the trailer and it was like, kind of, we've got a black person in it, so naturally we have to put hip hop in it. We're not racist or prejudiced or fucking giving into stereotypes. That's when I was like, oh, this is going to be shit. Well done, you've telegraphed that to me. I can avoid it, thank you. So yeah, what else we got?
Not a lot, actually. That's pretty much it for movies that are worth talking about, that we care about. There was Craven the Hunter, which I haven't seen. There was War of the Rohirrim, which Biffa, did you sat through that, didn't you?
Yes.
You didn't really enjoy
Biffa
it.
did. Yeah, Biffa did.
I don't think there was anything else of merit that is on this list that I can think about this year. There's nothing that is jumping out at me. Wicked, but that's no one's cup of tea.
No,
Gareth's
no.
favourite movie. I know that Chuck went to see that.
Yeah, but him and his missus, that's kind of a date night movie, so I get that. He gets a pass.
So, I mean, really, TV series. So this was the year that saw The Acolyte. But actually, The Acolyte was terrible. It was bad. And it needed to be cancelled. And I do not understand how anybody doesn't realised that needed to be cancelled. But it wasn't the one that pissed me off. I mean, Doctor Who pissed me off this year. I tell you what, it's just been, other than episode 4, which was kind of its worst episode, I'm really enjoying Skeleton Crew. I mean, I just watched the last episode, and there's another one, I think tomorrow. And genuinely, the last episode was the best episode so far. Episode 5, best episode. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, it's not Star Wars. It's not. It's Goonies in space. But as a kids' TV show goes, it's been pretty good so far. It's what Disney used to be very good at, and they're doing well here with that. So I'm generally surprised and delighted by Skeleton Crew. I was let down by House of the Dragon, if I'm being honest. There were some great moments in House of Dragon Season 2, but it wasn't a patch on the first season. As I said, Shogun is probably been my standout one for the year.
We had the Devil's Hour 2 this year.
Devil's Hours 2, which was fantastic. What's his face again? We mentioned it before. Spy thing. Fucking Gary Oldman. Why is my brain gone?
Slow Horses.
Slow Horses was again really, really good.
Penguin.
The Penguin was the surprise. I enjoyed the Penguin. We have just finished, and again, I thought the final episode was really, really good. The June TV series,
June Prophecies, that was good.
Which has got a second season.
Found out a lot of stuff that I predicted, so it was quite good because it's like, oh, good, at least I was in the right vein.
I thought the season final was great. Genuinely really good. Left it on a really good cliffhanger. Love the fact that they end up on Arrakis. Great. Just because, it was good. I don't know why people were slating it. I thought it was what Max was good at. I mean, I know I mentioned it earlier, but I want to go back to this. Lower Decks finished, and Lower Decks was never my cup of tea. I didn't like the humor, but I do know that it kind of honored Star Trek, right? I do know it honored Star Trek, but they did something interesting in the season final. They basically pushed Discovery off into its own universe, which was incredibly interesting. And apparently it was largely supported by Skydance, the new owners of Star Trek,
who have not are planning on being the new owners.
They are. They take over from next year. But it's interesting because that kind of basically shoved off Alex Kurtzman a bit. Apparently, Star Trek Academy season 1 and 2 have shot back to back, and this was a ploy to get it made. Whether they actually show season 2, I don't think it's going to do very well. I don't think anybody's interested in the continuation, the continuing story of Tilly. The reason that people will start to watch it is because it's got Paul Gambit, what's his face in it, and more importantly, it's got the Doctor from Voyager in it. That will draw the crowd. They will realise it's more of Discovery shit and then stop watching it. But there might be light at the end of the tunnel, because if it's true that Skydance do want rid of Kurtzman, that can only be a good thing. And certainly Lower Decks basically won't fuck you to Discovery. So as much as I was not a Lower Decks fan, bravo. But I mean, there has been some great TV this year, and I'm going to say this because, and this is not something we usually talk on here. I've mentioned it briefly, but I have got to say this. Shrinking, season 2, is probably the best comedy drama I have seen in fucking years. And I'm talking about that type of Scrubs-esque comedy drama. It is the best thing I've seen since Ted Lasso. And the fact that it's written by the same people helps. But the season final was fucking perfect. And I really, really enjoyed it. I tell you what, Harrison Ford, fucking brilliant in it. And actually Harrison Ford in that final episode proves that he is a good actor. Even if he is a surly fucker and a bit nuts and can't land an aircraft.
And crashes his plane into many golf courses.
Yeah, but I have never been so... I've never laughed so hard and cried so hard. Yes, I'm getting to that age. God damn it, mother. She said it would
Peed
happen
himself
to me.
little.
She said it would happen to me because I used to laugh at her when she cried at everything, and now I fucking get emotional about things. She said it would happen to me, and she was right. But no, it was brilliant. It was utterly brilliant. Season 2 of Shrinking. I can't. It was really good. You have to be into it. It deals with some seriously dark shit, right? It deals with grief. It deals with forgiveness. But as somebody who's been through that in recent years, I found it. I just found it great, and I thought the way it ended was perfect, and it's got season 3.
Sounds like a real upbeat fucking program.
It wasn't. No, it was really an upbeat ending. I mean, it was a really, really good, really good ending.
Can I show you my favourite meme video of the year?
Yeah.
You may have seen this, but it made me laugh.
A sniper's dream, 100 megabytes of memory. He has the forehead, and after head goes brains vertical. No matter who he races, he gonna have a head start. Frontal globe. Remembers what happened to Mom. His farmer stands on the second floor. Why can you still see his forehead with the comments open? Shut it! He got a lot on his mind. He's been told to hold that thought all his life. Bro sweat dries before it reaches his eyes. He needs bangs. Rain freeze will cause an avalanche. I wonder what time zone his forehead's in. Depends on which way he is facing. Bro starts every sentence with I know. His hairline went from landscape to portrait noise. He was in the previous reel. Imaginations in 4K. If you do an inch on his forehead, Colby would survive. His forehead says 6'5", but his eyes say 5'9". The most epic heroic song of all time. Bro's forehead has a national anthem. Bro knew this would happen. Shut it!
Oh, I almost put it on twice.
Brilliant.
Sorry,
Brilliant.
I needed something to give us a bit of a giggle.
I mean, there's some really good stuff coming in 2025. There's some good news in the fact that, you know, there's some looks like interesting movies coming. Yeah, we're getting Captain America 4.
Oh my god!
But we are getting what's his face season 2. Star Wars, the Rogue One spin-off,
Andor
season 2, which I am kind of looking forward to. We're getting another season of Slow Horses.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll get Ted Lasso season 4 this year. We are getting the long way home, which I'm looking for. Which is another Ewan McGregor, Charlie Ballman biking series. I really enjoyed the last one. We're getting another one, and this one they're going to be on classic bikes, which is going to be. I quite enjoyed those. So we're getting that. Movies wise, what we getting? What we getting?
Superman.
Superman.
Thunderbolts.
Well, see, I kind of I liked that trailer. You didn't. So, yeah.
Thunderbolts, and then getting Black Captain America, Winter Soldier, Falcon Man, New World Order.
That's going to be terrible. That's going to be
just-
terrible. That's going to be
Yeah.
that will be really, really bad. I'm going to have a look and see what else we've got coming. But I'm sure we're getting some
27. It's been pushed to 2027. The Batman 2.
yes, that has been pushed. So we're getting the next Mission Impossible, which we've had a trailer for. So looking forward to that, because I like the last one. I know it's probably not that great, but I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, the bike where he drives the bike off the side of the fucking mountain, still
Brilliant.
awesome. If you don't even watch the film, you just appreciate the effort that was gone to do that.
What else do we get? We're gonna get Snow White.
I don't think we're going to get Snow White. I think they're going to cancel. They should cancel it. They're wise. They cancel it and write it off.
I think she's killed it. I think the tirade she went into.
It's not just the tirade. It's the fact that they had the 7 diversity hires rather than dwarfs, which was the first thing, and then they replaced them with the dwarfs, which is the second thing, and then she opened her big fucking mouth.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Minecraft movie.
Oh, Jason Momoa, what happened to you?
I know. Karate Kid Legends. Now I've seen the trailer to that.
No.
Why?
Do you know why no?
Why?
No, fucking Johnny from bloody Cobra Kai in it. That's why.
Yeah, okay. I'm similarly looking forward to that. 28 years later.
Yep.
How to
That'd be
Train Your
interesting.
Dragon, the live action version, which is a bit meh. Jurassic World Rebirth. Superman.
Afterbirth.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four's next year.
Yeah,
Fuck off, it's next year.
yeah, it's July next year.
Why'd you
So
buy
we're
Pedro fucking Pascal?
We're getting Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, Naked Gun. Yep.
Oh, that might be good.
That's what I'm
Leslie
just-
Nielsen. Leslie Nielsen is the GOAT, but I think if anyone would try to do it, Liam Neeson.
We're getting the Tron movie, the next Tron movie.
No Daft Punk.
Well, yeah. We're getting Mortal Kombat 2, apparently.
First one was alright.
Yeah, it was. We're getting another bloody Predator Badlands.
Yeah.
We're getting Now You See Me 3. I kind of like Now You See Me 1 and 2. Yes, all right. And we're getting the Avatar movie. Yeah, whatever.
Another Avatar movie. Another film that everyone will see and no one will remember. I reckon James Cameron has made a deal with the fucking devil. I really do think he's made a deal with the devil, because that's the only way he can explain it. The only thing that's come out of the Avatar movies that's any good is Flight of Passage at fucking Animal Kingdom in Disney World.
The way Disney saw it in their head was that they were going to have a Star Wars release, an Avatar release, a Star Wars release, an Avatar release at Christmas. That was the way they were going to do it. So they were going to get like the Christmas #1 slot every year. Yeah, that worked out for you. Yes, in other movies that we really don't care about, we're getting a Smurfs movie. Yay. What else is there that's really... So how is this a movie? There's Kunk on Life, which is out tomorrow.
Philomena
which is
Clunk.
Yeah. Kunk on Life, a Netflix
Oh, no. If you've never come across Philomena Clunk.
Yeah, no, I love her. I think she's great. I'm just not thinking it's a movie. But yes, that's coming out either tomorrow or next day on Netflix. I actually have seen the trailer to that. Is there anything else that I really care about? No. Not in this list, anyway. Superman we've already spoken about. I'm sure there is that bloody movie that we watched the trailer to with the dude that played Freddie Mercury and who was also the baddie in
Rami
James
Malek.
Bond. Yes, that I can't remember the name of that film, but the trailer worked for me because he was the IT guy that basically took revenge.
Oh yes.
I relate to that.
Yeah, let me show. I need to introduce you if you've never heard of Philomena.
Oh, I know who she is.
No, I'm talking to the audience. Yeah. You need to know who this person is. She's a legend. She's up there with Ali G and Bruno and that.
Greatest poets in English literature. How come nobody gives a shit about him today?
That's a complicated question.
It's weird that the Beatles' LSD songs are so happy, isn't it? Because LSD isn't always a happy experience. Like, my mate Paul met this Italian couple whilst he was backpacking, and they invited him back to their room for a threesome, and they gave him some LSD, and when they got there, the bloke one pulled a screwdriver on him and made him shit in his own shoe and eat it, whilst the woman one filmed it. And that's a side of drug use that Paul McCartney doesn't sing about, isn't it?
No, well, I think luckily that kind of experience never came.
I love
his
how
way.
these serious
in the
people
1997 election, why do you
with
think
this
more
stuff.
people voted for Tony Blair than Oasis?
You're making a mistake which was quite common at the time, because the Prime Minister or Labour Party leader at the time was called Tony Blair.
Blur,
Blair.
blur,
Blair.
blur,
Blair.
blur.
Tony Blair was Prime Minister and leader of the Labour Party, and there was one of the biggest rock or pop bands of the time was Blur.
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 Yeah. Is Britain at an
Hold on.
greatest
shit for
poets in England? Anal bleaching.
What?
Anal bleaching.
I have no idea what they would have done.
Go on, give it a go.
I don't even know what it is.
It's when they bleach your arse.
Right?
Yeah, lighten it up.
Oh, not round my way they don't. But anyway, I have no idea what they would have done. Pass.
Invented or perfected, you can't pass.
Did the Greeks invent or that's? Hang on a second. I need to find that one because did the Greeks invent it? Was a great one. Fucking, she is absolutely invented or perfected. But she's absolutely brilliant. It's funny because there's a lady at work who really reminds me of Philomena Clark because she asks questions like that. But yeah.
And anyway, so I think I'm just trying to think if there's anything else TV-wise that I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm sure there's going to be stuff that we don't. I mean, we should be getting another series of For All Mankind. I kind of enjoyed that. There's a spin-off coming, which will be interesting. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. We're obviously getting Strange New World season 3. I'm interested in the first episode to get the how they resolve the cliffhanger from season 2, which again, it seems you get 1 or 2 episodes of Strange New Worlds that actually feel like Star Trek episodes, and the season 2 final felt like a Star Trek episode. So I kind of want to see the resolution to that. So I'm looking forward to seeing the resolution of that, not necessarily to the entire season. And well, we're going to get to see Starfleet Academy in all its glory. So, yes,
Weight Watchers.
That will be good to take the piss out of. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it from a review of the year. What was your favourite thing? If you had to name one TV series, what would it be?
One TV series that I really enjoyed. And one movie. Well, I did watch Sonic 3. It's not Sonic 3, but I'm just saying I did watch Sonic 3.
Yeah, but the Sonic movies are quite good.
Sonic
Kind of
movies,
guilty pleasures.
they're aimed at kids, and they're what they're supposed to be, if that makes any sense. What did I really enjoy this year? Slow Horses, I enjoyed the fuck out of. What else? Was there something else? I did enjoy Dune Prophecy, and I did enjoy the what do you call it? Oh, I'll tell you what. And you're gonna laugh at this one, right? It's not necessarily, but it's the one TV series that stuck out for me the most this year. It's a TV show called Surreal Estate. It's about estate agents that have to remove ghosts from a house before they can sell them. And I watched it, and it's just they play it so straight, which is great because I would have done it as a fucking comedy. And it's it's TV that you watch and you go, but why? So that's I would say that was probably the one that stuck out for me. Film wise, I will probably go Ride or Die. Actually, I enjoyed Ride or Die the most.
I haven't watched that.
Bad Boys.
Oh, but Bad Boys. Sorry, Bad Boys. I love Bad Boys too, but purely for cinematic pieces, June 2's got to be up there. I kind of want to make -1 my favourite movie because I didn't see it until 2024. And I've since seen it 3 freaking times. I've even seen, -1 minus colour, just for shits and giggles. I genuinely love that film. I like Dune Part 2. The only thing about Part 2 that really annoyed me was his missus going off and getting the hump because he was marrying the queen. She does not do that in the book.
No, she doesn't do that in the book.
Me.
No, because someone explained the end to me, and I watched a video on YouTube, and they explained the end to me and said they got it wrong. Because what is it Jessica, his mum, says to her? He says, "Yeah, you may not be his wife, but you will be his lover, and she will be his concubine for all intents and purposes." Yeah, so we're the real wives, and history will remember us this way, even though title-wise, it's her.
Sorry.
So.
It's just gone New Year. So from Thailand, Happy New Year. Because there's a
Happy New Year.
It feels like there's a Second World War going on outside, or Third World War, I should say. And there's lots of fireworks going off, and I have a very, very nervous little dog who does not like fireworks or bangs of any description. And there are a lot going off. So she's absolutely bricking it. But for me, Happy New Year. And I think 2025 will be a promising year because I don't think woke Hollywood is going to get away with it as much this year. We're going to have a couple of corkers. I think Captain America is going to bomb like nobody's business. But I think the Thunderbolts will do better. So I think we will be looking good.
I think that what we'll find is the following. You'll find that Hollywood will continue with a few of these things here and there, and then you'll find there'll be parts of Hollywood that don't, but those parts of Hollywood will be funded by China. I know you think I'm joking about this, and I think that's going to be the case, and I think it's... I have a bigger overall picture about this, and I'm worried it's going to go a certain way. But I'm hoping we're going to get the rise of some good independent stuff, more like Godzilla. I think we're going to have a surprise. We're going to have one film that'll be a surprise to us, which will be a budget thing, whether it be on YouTube or on actually in the cinema, and we will enjoy it. And because you're going to get on those things. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to roll over and die because I'm on the edge. I've carried on for as long as I could.
Happy New Year from me here. I know all of you in the past, still in 2024. Enjoy your last moments of 2024.
Keith, just everyone notice, I'm talking to a man who is 1 year in the future. Yeah, he is 1 year ahead of us at this point in time. Can I get the lottery numbers?
61, 69, 62, 55. I don't fucking know.
It's 49. It ends at 49 here in the UK, so none of those
42.
numbers work.
42.
It's goodbye from me. And it's
See you
goodbye
later,
from Keith
guys.
in the future.
Bye.
See ya. Thank
Happy
you very
New Year.
much.
Bye.
I cough myself to death.